I carpooled with Mike for 3 months. We had our routine down perfectly. Then he vanished, and when I tried to find him, nobody knew who I was talking about. This happened to me last year, and I still don't have an explanation for it. I'm only sharing this because, honestly, I need to know if anyone else has experienced something like this. So, in March of last year, I got a new job. Great opportunity, better pay, but there was one problem: the commute. An hour and a half each way from my apartment in Riverside to an office park in Irvine. Anyone familiar with Southern California traffic knows how soul-crushing that drive is. After about 2 weeks of this, I was sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, watching cars fly by in the carpool lane, and I was losing my mind. That's when I remembered there was a carpool board in my office building's lobby. You know, one of those bulletin boards where people post if they're looking for rideshare partners? I checked it out the next morning. Most of the posts were old and faded, but there was one recent one. Just a first name, Mike, a phone number, and 4th floor, looking for carpool partner, Riverside area. Perfect. I texted the number that day. Mike texted back within an hour. Super straightforward guy. We agreed to meet the next morning at 6:45 a.m. at a commuter parking lot just off the freeway. Easy spot for both of us, and a quick on-ramp to the carpool lane. He would drive Mondays and Wednesdays. I would drive Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we would alternate Fridays. The next morning, there he was. Late 30s, dark hair, wire-rimmed glasses, driving a gray Honda Civic. Quiet guy. We didn't talk much that first drive, just the basics. He said he worked on the 4th floor in finance or IT. I wasn't really paying attention. But that carpool lane, it was a lifesaver. We cut that commute down to 50 minutes. We did this for 3 months. Mike was incredibly consistent. Always on time, always at the same spot. We had our routine down perfectly. He brought coffee on Mondays, I brought coffee on Tuesdays. We listened to podcasts, mostly true crime. He never talked much about his personal life. I didn't either. It was just easy. The strange thing was, I never saw him in the building. Not once. But it's a massive office park, 8 floors, hundreds of people. I was on the 6th floor in marketing, and he was on the 4th. Different worlds, right? At least, that's what I told myself. Then one Monday in June, he didn't show up. I waited until 7 a.m. Nothing. No text, no call. I texted him, "Hey, you good?" No response. Tuesday, I drove myself. Wednesday, same thing. By Friday, I was actually kind of worried. I decided I would go up to the 4th floor after work and see if I could find his desk, just to make sure he was okay. I went up to the 4th floor and stopped at the reception desk. I asked the woman there if she knew where I could find Mike. I told her we worked together on a project and I needed to drop something off. She typed for a few seconds, then frowned and looked up at me, genuinely confused.
Sir, there's no Mike on this floor.
I thought maybe I got the floor wrong. Maybe he said the 5th floor. I checked, no Mike. Finally, I went down to building management. I knew the woman at the desk there, so I gave her his number and asked if she could help me out. She looked it up in their system, and I watched her face just change. She got this strange look.
This phone number was registered to a Michael Chen who worked here, but he passed away in a car accident in 2019. The number should have been disconnected.
I felt cold, like someone dumped ice water down my back. I told her, "No, that's impossible. I've been carpooling with him for 3 months. I have text messages. I have proof." I pulled out my phone to show her. The texts were still there, all of them. 3 months of coordinating pickup times, coffee preferences, podcast recommendations. I tried calling the number right there in front of her. It rang and rang. Then someone picked up.
Hello?
It was a woman's voice, older, shaky. I said, "Hi, I'm looking for Mike." There was this long, heavy silence.
Who is this?
"My name's David. I work with Mike. We've been carpooling and..."
Mike died 4 years ago. How did you get this number?
I couldn't speak. She hung up. I went back through my texts that night. I don't know how I never noticed it before. Every single message from Mike, even the very first one, came at exactly 3:33 a.m. Every day, for 3 months. Then I remembered a selfie I'd taken one morning during the commute, one of those First day of the week photos I never ended up posting. I scrolled through my gallery and found it. My blood turned to ice. There I was, sitting in the passenger seat, smiling at the camera, but the driver's seat next to me was completely empty. No mic, no hands on the wheel, just the open freeway ahead and a car driving itself at 65 miles an hour. I still have the texts. I can't bring myself to delete them. And sometimes at 3:33 a.m., my phone lights up with a message from that number. It just says, "Same time tomorrow?" I haven't responded. But last week, I saw that gray Honda Civic in the parking garage at work. Level 2. Engine running, empty. Just waiting for me to get in.